Welcome back, Retro Gang. After every video, I post a 24-hour poll to my Twitter so you guys can vote on what you'd like to see next, and a whopping 0 people voted, so I chose myself. Today I want to dive into Cyberpsychosis, its effects and repercussions, as well as its role in Cyberpunk 2077. Before we start, I want to thank everybody who watched my last series of videos. They're my best performing videos to date. Thank you so much. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, I'm most active there, plus you can vote on upcoming videos. Alright, you ready? Strap in, boys. Let's ride. Cyberpsychosis is a mental illness caused by an overload of cybernetic augmentations to the body. The cyberpsycho loses their sense of identity as a person, aligning more closely to those of a machine. They come to view regular people and other living things as weak and inferior, and with their enhanced physical abilities and complete disregard for life, cyberpsychos are extremely dangerous. Cyberpsychosis has become a major problem in the technology-saturated world of cyberpunk, most notably to the uber-rich cyberware manufacturers who heavily advertise their cyberware in a way that depicts them as superior, necessary, and overall better for humanity as a whole. And as I do more and more research into cyberpsychosis, I find it hard to separate the insane resemblance it has to today's prescription drug problem. Yes, this is a gaming channel, and of course we are talking about a fictional game set over 60 years into the future, but I want to ground this topic in reality to give you a better idea of what cyberpsychosis really is. Bear with me, let me explain. Just like with any major addiction, there are entire departments of enforcement and medicinal rehabilitation dedicated to it. When someone is found to be installing excessive amounts of cyberware augmentations, they are asked, or rather forced, to register themselves as an imminent cyberpsycho. This is the reason ripperdocs like Victor Vector exist. Police departments have heavily armed and armored units called psycho squads, who specialize in subduing or killing cyberpsychos. There's no real cure for cyberpsychosis, though treatment is available. If they aren't immediately flatlined by psycho squad, they are subdued and strapped down, with all their cybernetics deactivated, then are forcibly jacked into a custom brain dance, where a cyberpsychologist, sometimes called a psycho shrink, attempts to piece their personality back together. Over multiple weeks or months, the cyberpsycho gradually regains their humanity. They may even eventually become human enough to install cybernetics again, but cyberpsychosis changes aspects of a person's personality, so they are never really the same. Maelstrom, one of the largest gangs in Night City, is made up of over 30% cyberpsychos, with another 30% being imminent. They are so addicted to improving the weakness of human flesh, they have almost no fear of cyberpsychosis or its repercussions. Check out the video in the top comment for more on the Maelstrom and the gangs of Night City. Flip the coin and you have purists like Bhikkhu monks who have sworn themselves to a cyberware-free lifestyle, except this one guy on the subway who's clearly in a brain dance session. Again, the attention to detail and interconnection of these systems within the personalities and motivation of characters with respect to the lore is not easy and an incredible feat by CD Projekt Red, and by extension R. Talsorian Games, the creators of the Cyberpunk universe. Before we move on, we got a screenshot recently of a heavily augmented Bhikkhu monk in what looks like a downtown building. Also, the monks we've seen thus far have all been in traditional dark yellow or mustard robes. I'm curious to the story behind this monk and why his beliefs differ from his brethren's. Now, there are some inexplicable discrepancies in who cyberpsychosis affects. We know that Lizzie Wizzy, the pop star played by Grimes, commits suicide on stage and is subsequently revived by Trauma Team when she was outfitted with an entirely new chromed out body. Adam Smasher, the elite Arasaka Solo, was so badly injured during a firefight, his only option was to go full Borg, an entirely mechanical frame with the only signs of flesh being his face grafted onto a mechanical head. What is the threshold and specifics of cyberpsychosis? Other than human-to-human empathy, what causes some to go cyberpsycho when others have seemingly no side effects? Now, we know from interviews with Miles Tost, senior level designer, and Pavel Sasko, lead quest designer, that the character won't be able to go full cyberpsycho, so the humanity cost that we see in the 48-minute gameplay trailer may be a resource pool, hard capping the amount of cyber modifications we can have. Even though we won't be able to go on a full cyberpsychotic rampage, I'd speculate NPCs will react dynamically to our humanity level. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to leave a like for the Y tag and consider subscribing for more Cyberpunk 2077 content.